Hi everyone!
Hello.
So today I have a special guest with me. She is my first YouTube channel guest, like proper guest on my channel.
You were too also in my channel.
Yeah, this is like our first collaboration together because we met today.
Woo!
So this is Tania from My Suomi Finland channel.
Hey guys.
And I'll link it down below. And she actually makes videos about life in Finland as well. So if you're at all curious about Finland, like you probably are if you are subscribed to my channel, you should really check her videos out because they're really good and you'll learn a lot about Finland. So today what we're gonna do is teach you some basic Finnish words or phrases that could be useful if you ever come to Finland or are interested in starting to learn Finnish. So before that, I guess we'll speak a little bit about the alphabet. So the Finnish alphabet is exactly the same as the English alphabet, besides for 3 extra letters.
Yeah, those letters are like so super hard to learn. Like at least for me were like super hard. Like a. How do you pronounce it?
A.
A.
It's like an A with 2 dots on top. So yeah,
And
but
then the
basically like a, it's kind of like a A in hat. So like a. Kind of like
a. And then
it's like the O with 2 dots on top. It's kind of like you just kind of like a throwing up sound, like Really?
Yeah, they always teach you how to do like the
It's a really pretty sound.
Yeah, wonderful. And that's like really
it's
hard.
It's kind of like the Swedish O.
I know.
I think
like,
you pronounce it more.
do
like
you
an
ever
O.
use that like in Finnish?
Never. Or I don't. I think it would only be from like Swedish borrowed words or something. But in like Finnish, I have never come across it.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to know all that much about it.
But it's good if you
A
know.
with like a little 0 on top.
Yeah.
But basically, once you are able to kind of like pronounce the alphabet like in a more Finnish way, then you can basically read Finnish because all you do, like there's no hidden like sounds like in English, like no silent E's or anything.
Yeah, I feel like for Spanish speakers it's easier to learn the alphabet because it sounds exactly the same as in Spanish, like A, E, I, O, like A, B, C, D, like it's
A,
exactly
B,
the
C,
same.
D, E, F, G,
Yeah.
O, E, J,
Except
K.
for those ones. Well, it's a little bit different. Like at the beginning it's the same and then it gets different. But yeah.
But it's more similar than English
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, I believe that for English speakers might be a little bit harder. But you can learn it like totally.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Well, at least the alphabet's the same, so
Yeah.
it's a good starting. So yeah, so now into a few words. I guess the most basic one is always hello.
Moi.
Hello. And the most common way to say that is just moi. Like
Moi.
M-O-I. Moi.
And
Moi.
moi. I have heard like also people sometimes arise and say terve.
Yeah, like terve. It's kind of like the shortened form of tervetuloa, which is like welcome.
But terve also means healthy, right?
Yeah. It also
So it's
means
like healthy.
health.
Like health for everybody.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is, like, because
Yeah.
I never thought of that before right now. Like, I always thought of them as 2 super separate different things, and I never, like, it's always interesting getting, like, a different perspective on it.
Like healthy or health.
Health to all.
Like I can see myself arriving
Oh, but,
to
like, tervetuloa, it's like tervetuloa, health coming.
Oh really? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah. So, I
Interesting
didn't think
Finnish
of that
words.
before now either.
Like all Finnish words, like most of the Finnish words, like the long ones, are like combination of short Finnish word with
And there's a
another.
lot of long words, too.
Like tietokone.
Yeah. Knowledge machine.
Radio Uni. There's a song about it, like Radio Uni, like you know Levi and the Leavings. Micro Radio Uni Alto. something.
Micro alta uni.
That one.
Microwave.
Yeah, but that's like a lot of words.
It's like
different.
micro, it's like tiny.
Yeah.
Alto, like wave. Uni, oven.
Yeah, that's really like a lot of words for one single word.
Okay, yeah, and then I guess we'll move on to goodbye or bye, which is
Moi moi.
moi moi. You say hello twice, moi moi. Or like kind of a more slang word, you can say moikka,
Moika.
moikka, moikka.
Or heippa.
Heippa too, yeah. Like heippa, which is a shortened, or like the slang word for hey hey, which, you know, you can also say hi as hey. It's kind of all these words,
Yeah.
a little bit confusing.
Next word.
Next word, I guess, could be how are you doing? So mitä kuuluu?
Mitä kuuluu?
Or like the formal way of saying is mitä sinulle kuuluu? What to you hear? Hearing.
Yeah. Or miten menee?
Miten menee? That's like slang version.
Miten menee?
How you going? But the basic way would just be mitä kuuluu. And always with the double vowels, you have to usually like
Kuuluu.
really emphasize kuuluu. Like that's
You have to be really careful with those
yeah.
like
In Finnish,
long
the
words.
double vowels, you always have to be careful because sometimes if you just add one extra vowel, the word changes.
Yeah.
And if you don't like emphasize the longness of the vowel like enough,
It changes as well.
and then Finnish people are like, "What are you saying?"
Like, I think like the more clear example is the kuusi and kuusi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Different words that might sound the same.
Kuusi is like either a pine tree or the number 6, but then when you say kuusi, it's kind of like a bad word.
Yeah, you know when to say that.
So you really want to emphasize the kuusi,
Yeah.
just to make sure. And then I guess we could teach you how to say sorry, which is anteeksi.
Anteeksi.
Anteeksi. Again with the anteeksi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anteeksi.
You can also use that to say excuse me as well. So it's
Yeah.
either like excuse me if you're trying to pass through, or like anteeksi, can I have like something? Or then anteeksi as I'm sorry.
And then like a harder word will be like olen pahoillani.
Pahoillani.
Pahoillani. That's like really hard one. Just stay with anteeksi.
Because you just said paholainen, which
Yeah,
is like
like-
evil person.
Yeah. See, that's like you can get confused.
You can
with this
easily
kind of
get
words.
mix up different words.
I'm evil.
In Finnish, it's like one letter you add by accident, and like the
Totally
meaning
changes.
completely changes. I'm sorry versus I'm evil.
I can totally see myself like hitting someone, trying to say I'm sorry, and instead saying I'm evil. I totally did it on
won't get a
purpose.
good reaction for that.
I totally did it on purpose because I'm evil.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh man, that's actually really funny.
You have to be careful with these type of like words and like long it. Yeah, I think that's why Finnish language is really hard language.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because it's like the tiniest change to the word
Yeah.
means something completely different. And as well, there's like, they don't really have prepositions or anything. You just string
Yeah.
along a bunch of things to the end of the words.
Yeah.
So then learning those is really hard. As well as there's a lot of rules that just don't make any sense, really.
Yeah.
You just have to memorize them. And it's like, because I always go by ear. And then when people ask me, what, but why? Why is it like that? I'm like, I have absolutely no idea why it's like that. Like,
Just
for
because.
example, when you want to say like, I'm in Helsinki or I'm
Yeah.
in Vantaa,
Yeah.
it's like Helsingissä, but then for Vantaa you say Vantaalla.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know why it's like that, and it's like different, like Espoossa instead of Espoossa.
Yeah.
It's
And like they won't really tell you why is it like this. Like they will just tell
Yeah,
you
the
it is
teachers
like
the
that.
teachers don't know either. They tell you like it is this way, just remember it, and it's like, but why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I guess that kind of wraps things up.
Yeah.
And as you can see, we are in Helsinki now.
Beautiful.
You can see the sea over there, I think, maybe, in between the trees.
And it's a warm day.
It's actually a warm day in Finland. This is a really rare situation, so that's why we are outside.
And it's really beautiful, like honestly. Cannot get better than this.
Yeah, for Finland. Yeah. And it's like a nice cool breeze, so it's
Yeah.
not too hot
Like
either.
we are on the top of this like hill and we are getting like all this wonderful wind.
Sea breeze.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
But thank you so much for coming on to my
Thank you
channel.
for having me.
This was a really fun collaboration. I hope you guys go and check out her channel, and yeah, I guess that just about concludes this video, so till next time.
Bye bye. Is it like sleepy? Your leg is sleepy at all?
Not really, it's just the joints are all
Okay.
cracky.
Mine is sleepy. I think that's why it hurts.
Well, my toes are a little bit, I can't feel them anymore. It's like, let's just hobble down the dog hair. Okay.
Well, if I have dog hair, you cannot see it. I hope.
Yeah, well, your dog doesn't really shed, does it? So.
A little bit, but yeah.
Okay, anyway.
You're already in there.